Location, location, and still another location. If there is one term that describes success in the real estate market, it is putting your money where your mouth is. This is true even when the homes are marketed in an alternate virtual reality known as the Metaverse. When our nomadic forefathers made the decision to settle down into an agricultural culture, the concept of land ownership, home ownership, and real estate was birthed in our modern world. In less than 6,000 years, real estate has risen to become the world's greatest asset class, while technical improvements made at the same time have significantly improved our quality of life in a variety of ways. Despite this, the process of purchasing real estate has remained substantially unaltered since the Sumerians first recorded property deeds on clay tablets thousands of years ago, according to historians. Most recently, there has been an upsurge in the use of blockchain-related technology to streamline the process of purchasing real estate, largely by eliminating the need for things like title insurance and other legal papers. Some of the same technology innovation that we have witnessed in other industries, such as transportation and communications, is now making its way to the oldest form of investing, the stock market. These aren't the only changes that have occurred as a result of speedier computers and widespread internet access. Humans now spend a large portion of their time in front of a computer screen, and virtual worlds that exist solely on computers have sprung up. These are sites where people can congregate by logging in with their avatars and participating in interactive social events fully online. Metaverses are a term used to describe these internet communities. Metaverses are structured in many ways similar to real-world cities. There are town centers, neighborhoods, and residential and commercial developments to name a few examples. They're only that they're on the internet. These virtual neighborhoods have recently come to the attention of market-savvy individuals who have realized that they may be purchased as plots for real-world monies, aka fiat currency. As a result, digital real estate investing has become a very viable possibility. As a result, with actual money on the line, we must now ask ourselves whether this is an instance of deriving sense from nonsense. In a nutshell, no. When done correctly, digital real estate investors can make money from their investments in these virtual properties, turning cents into dollars. Moreover, guess what? Because there are no legacy needs for documentation or title insurance, the process of purchasing these virtual real estate plots takes place in the most technologically sophisticated manner possible, on the blockchain. Users can log into the metaverse and interact with one another using avatars to represent their real selves, which is a growing topic in tech and some crypto circles. The metaverse is a virtual reality space into which users can log in and interact with one another using avatars to represent their real selves. Metaverse communities have been increasing in recent years, particularly in the gaming industry, with games such as Fortnite, Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Roblox, and many more creating a sense of belonging for their users. Facebook and other social media websites, such as Twitter, are also making inroads into the metaverse through Horizon Worlds, and the company plans to hire 10,000 individuals in the European Union over the next 5 years to assist in the development of their concept of a metaverse. Because the term metaverse was initially coined in science fiction writer Neal Stephenson's book Snow Crash in 1992 to describe a virtual world that people might plug into using their own virtual avatars, it is no wonder that this notion has sci-fi overtones. Online games such as Second Life, which started in 2003, were pioneers in the development of metaverse economies, allowing users to trade products and services using their in-game Linden dollars, which can be used to purchase virtual property. Upland is a decentralized application (DApp) that allows users to purchase, sell, and trade virtual real estate that is linked to real-world maps. If you want to find out who owns the Empire State Building or the New York Stock Exchange, for example, you can travel to Upland and visit New York City there. If you have enough in-game currency to bid for them, you may even buy them directly from the auction house. Simply put, this is a creative concept that has potential. However, the way Upland's in-game economy operates distinguishes it from other similar games. Its native token, UPS, is purchased using fiat money by players in order to let them to begin acquiring their very first properties. As Upland gets more and more popular over time, the market value of these homes will naturally rise as a result of supply and demand. Virtual landlords have the option to hodl or pay out for fiat money once more. Upland properties are virtual, yet they represent extremely real investment assets, despite the fact that they are virtual. Take, for example, the New York Stock Exchange, NYSE. You'd think that, in comparison to the majority of upland assets, the stock exchange would fetch a significant amount of ups. Would you have guessed that it was worth the full $23,000? That was the price at which it was sold in December of last year. It is now worth considerably more than it was previously. Upland's development team intends to expand the game's environment in the following months and years, including the addition of 3D property construction features and the ability for users to operate their own businesses in-game. They're even creating a feature that would allow players to integrate NFT artwork into their virtual properties, so enhancing the value of those properties in a similar way to how tangible art increases the value of real estate. How to buy digital real estate. Many people are curious about what digital real estate is. It's a window of opportunity. It is a blank canvas on which you can create whatever you desire. And, maybe most crucially, it is a genuine investment. It can be beneficial to take a step back in this situation. Transferring real-world property entails the exchange of money for tangible assets, which involves the participation of financial institutions, legal counsel, title insurers, and title corporations. Virtual real estate is exchanged in a similar fashion, usually for virtual currency, which is often in the form of non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Non-fungible tokens are distinct from one another and are only available in limited quantities. The blockchain, a digital ledger that is duplicated and spread throughout a database, makes it possible for these transactions to take place. Instead of keys, you'll receive a password and the flexibility to create your virtual territory any way you see fit, based on your imagination. In the same way that the number of dollar bills is restricted, which contributes to the value of the currency, the supply of virtual currencies is also constrained. The blockchain technology, on which these cryptocurrencies are based, has been evolving in tandem with the creation of virtual currencies, and it is now able to ensure that the tokens have recognized value. Similar to how the total number of tokens is capped and controlled by the entire blockchain, the number of virtual land parcels available in these metaverses is similarly restricted in quantity. Linden Lab has been providing a comparable service in Second Life for several years. People in this game would pay USD to purchase Linden Bucks, which they could use to purchase stuff in their virtual reality, in order to make their virtual representation stand out from the crowd. In fact, the Second Life platform was sold to a third party in July of this year. The current economic model in newer virtual worlds such as Decentraland, the Sandbox, CryptoVoxels, Somnium Space, and Axie Infinity appears to be based on this paradigm with minor modifications, to mention a few examples. Communities in the metaverse businesses are capitalizing on digital real estate. It's perfectly reasonable to be cautious of digital real estate investing in the first place. An obvious question to consider is who stands to gain financially from digital real estate investing? Before the year 2020, the answer could very well have been nobody. The coronavirus epidemic, on the other hand, has altered the way in which individuals connect with one another. Socialization is fundamental to human nature, and people have a natural urge to engage in social interaction. It is possible to socialize and engage with others in a safe environment through digital real estate, and there is also a financial advantage to the metaverse, particularly for large and even medium-sized businesses. Virtual land enables these enterprises to sell their products in new areas to new audiences while also serving as a critical customer relationship management (CRM) tool. Consequently, in the metaverse, digital economies are growing as a result of the fact that, in this environment, you can truly immerse the visitor and transition them into being a very effective brand ambassador in the real world. This venue might be particularly important for digital artists, who could safely exhibit their work in virtual museums and galleries, where visitors are more likely to become purchasers than in traditional galleries. When it comes to digital real estate, the distinctions between the actual and the virtual are getting increasingly blurred as it gets more generally embraced. Nothing is sure in investing, but investing in digital real estate has shown to be a sustainable source of income production for individual investors. There are a number of different metaverses, each with its own cryptocurrency. However, they both work in the same way. As an example, consider Decentraland. The in-game currency of Decentraland is called mana. As of this writing, 1.00 ETH, a well-known cryptocurrency, is worth around 6,000 mana. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.